Welcome to Ink, Ash, and Witchcraft, where Salann and Rook explore the unknown. Every page turned is a portal to a new secret. Salann and Rook are ready to delve into the magical archives. What secrets will the encyclopedia reveal today? The mystery unfolds. The research begins now.
Welcome back to Ink, Ash, and Witchcraft.
Welcome back to another episode of Ink, Ash, and Witchcraft.
Did y'all see that he started that before I even finished my sentence? Like, seriously?
I'm making another show about that.
Welcome back to Ink, Ash, and Witchcraft.
Give me
again
that ash.
Where we do what?
That ash. We are going to look up a topic, person, subject that is magical, pagan, etc., and we're going to talk about it.
We're
going to do a speed.
effectively opening a book or an encyclopedia and just saying, what are we going to do this time? And whatever the topic is what we're going to research and try to learn a little bit about off of something witchy or metaphysical or whatever the case may be. So I'm excited. Sorry if you guys hear a lot of noise. We're out at the park. We thought this would be a great place to do it. That medicine's kicking in. The spray, the cream. Thank God.
Oh, good. Good.
We don't even have to cut that. All right.
We had a lot of fun the first episode. Or I did.
I did.
What
I forgot, though, was the encyclopedia.
Encyclopedias. So
we're going to try to Google and say, ChatGPT or something, what is a random witchy topic?
Here we go.
And we're going to let ChatGPT pick today. We're going to go back to our actual encyclopedia, though, because it's so much more fun, I think, just to do it out of the encyclopedia.
What's this doing?
If y'all see me moving a bit, I apologize. I'm trying to get comfortable here.
Witchy.
I've got some issues.
Or pagan.
But this is fun having it set out here. I hope everything works.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Oh.
So we are going to tell it to pick us a witchy or pagan topic, and then we're going to try to talk about what we think we know about it, and we're going to look up some stuff.
Let's go with sigil magic.
Cool.
A fascinating and very accessible practice within modern witchcraft and chaos magic.
I like sigil magic.
I've done a couple with the box and the numbers.
Yeah. I like the boxes. They're fun to make in the box.
That's cool, yeah.
I don't know what you call it, a witch box. I always think of Kennett squares you used to do when we were doing science, XX and XY and gene, all that stuff. You know, phenotypes and genotypes. Never mind. I was a science nerd. But there's lots of ways to make sigils. I've heard people freehand drawing sigils. Like he said, there's a box that you can do where you laid out the letters, usually minus, I can't remember if you make the box with or without the vowels, but you don't use the vowels in the word that you take.
And no repeats.
And no repeats,
No vowels or repeat letters.
So for Salann, it would be SLN. And I'd connect those dots to make my sigil. Or for my full name, SLNT, and that would be it. Because you don't repeat. And you make a design, and the idea, once you make the design, which by the way, again, you can freehand it, do whatever, to me, however you make things like connect, is however you want them to connect. But for me, using sigils is great because I can connect things that aren't otherwise connected. So like at our altars at home, I need to update these, but I have a sigil for each altar. And then I take a copy of that sigil with me when I'm traveling, and I connect to that altar through the sigil. So it's like the altar's with me right here. It's a little portal for me.
Interesting. Now I've heard more than once also that when you make a sigil, if it's a spell, you put it somewhere, wherever it's going to, out of sight.
Yes, if you're doing it for magic, then you put it out of sight.
And what's the purpose? So you've done it, you put it out, you put it, forget about it and leave it.
Let it do its magic.
And that's it.
Yep.
So that you're not tempted to go back like I am when I write a spell and keep burning a candle and do all that stuff.
And if you need to break it, you pull it back out and you can actually break it through burning it or doing whatever you want. I use them on candles magic when we do candle magic, and if I do one for like my sister, for example, for healing, I make a sigil and I inscribe that on the candle, and that seems to be very cool. So
And so
We're
if you
gonna-
never need to break it and you just leave it there forever, it's okay because it continues to keep the magic open, right? Is
I
that
am
the
not an
concept?
expert on sigil magic at all, so
I'd like to do some. We should do some.
I've used it quite a few times. I think it's fun. I made sigils for the elements in one of our element videos. But yeah, so let's Google a few things and see if we can learn anything
All right, so let's see.
about sigils. Like I said, I'm not like a master of sigil stuff.
Oh, come here.
You hit it like 9 times. That's why it's gonna be probable. All you have to do is swipe up.
All right, so let's go over
Sir.
here. Let's look at. Tell me about sigils.
One of the things that I really like about sigils is there are like classic ways to do it. There are traditional ways to do it, but there's also ways to just do it on your own. Again, drawing very specific things that are connect. But let's see what AI says first.
So
What does AI
is
say?
saying a sigil represents a specific desire, acting as a visual spell to bring about a desired outcome. Modern usage is chaos magic, which I don't really know a lot about chaos magic.
Ooh, I'm learning some about chaos magic. I have a book that I'm reading. It's very neat.
It says it was developed originally by Austin Osman Spare and involves turning a written statement of intent into a symbol or a stylized symbol to be hurled into the subconscious. So kind of like you do it and just whoop, wherever it hits. Is that what it means?
I suppose. Now, interestingly, in like Hexen magic and the powwow magic of the Pennsylvania Dutch, we don't do sigils, but we do phrases where we shorten the phrases and they don't seem to make sense to anybody else but the person who made it. And it carries a lot of power and weight, so you kind of take that with you, and that's one way they do magic that's kind of similar to sigils. But I like what it says up at the top, though. Sigils are symbols created to manifest a specific desire, goal, or intention, acting as a visual magical shorthand or seal to influence your subconscious mind and reality.
Ah,
Typically designed by distilling a written phrase of intent into a unique abstract emblem. Yep. I love sympathetic magic, so sigils to me fit really well with sympathetic magic. Candle magic fits in really well with sympathetic magic, you know, where you use one thing in place of another to connect them.
that's actually kind of in the Name of the Wind that I'm reading right now about connecting to things.
Yeah. It's portals, man. I think eventually we'll learn that we can time travel and do all these other amazing things in the world through portals, and I think sigils is kind of like a portal.
Ooh, so historically, sigils, one use was used in medieval ceremonial magic as pictorial signatures to summon specific spirits, angels, or demons.
So let's think about the Goetia, right? The Goetia has tons of sigils for each of the demonic energies. And by using those sigils, you can contact or energize them or use that energy. You just have to be very careful. You know, if you have intent and you have things together in your brain and everything is working, I truly believe that you will capture and pull that energy in, and you better be ready for it. Be ready, because it's pretty strong, pretty puffed up, in my opinion.
Says here, or AI says, the core principle is that the subconscious mind cannot understand conscious language, but can interpret symbols. So is this kind of like how your fetch and your talker cannot directly communicate with the holy daemons, so then therefore you have to align them? Is that's kind of similar to me?
It's also very similar to the Jungian concept. I can't spell anymore. It's been so long. Connecting, using symbols. I don't necessarily know that I believe that, though. I do think subconscious mind can understand conscious. I just think that we don't know how to connect those things sometimes.
How to connect them together. So like that's, and to me, that could be why sometimes like our subconscious has these dreams, these ideas, and that our conscious mind is saying, oh no, that'll never work. That's, the talker. Then the conscious mind is the talker, right? And then the fetch is subconscious to me, or the base kind of desires,
It's what's underneath.
What's underneath. And so our subconscious, but that's right. Like, I think they're not connected, because we immediately, at times when we think of an idea, immediately start telling ourselves, oh, but wait, we can't do that, and find 300 reasons why we can't do something.
I think they're connected,
Yep.
But sometimes the subconscious is just rolling its eyes, saying like, whatever, you're not going to listen to me anyway. That's what we have to teach ourselves to kind of come into and learn. Like, that's how I feel about it. I think our mind and body and subconscious, conscious, ego, all of that is much more connected, even spiritual self, than we think. We just don't necessarily give ourselves the credit to do it sometimes. So, yeah. Now, there's some creation process steps here, and they look similar to what I have used before. This is from Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, yippee.
And so they say, okay, first is writing your intention, right? Creating the positive statement, like, I have peace. Yep. Now, again, I use it more for connecting things. So if it's like the East altar at my house, it would be Salann's East altar. And then you take out all the vowels and repeating letters. You'll have a unique letter string. And then you combine those into an abstract symbol. How you do that can be done in many different ways. And then charge and release. So you focus energy on the symbol through meditation, visualization, or a ritual, and release it by ignoring or destroying it, like burning. Which, again, different ways to think about it. I release it by ignoring is what you were talking about earlier. You put it somewhere and you forget about it. I think that is how most sigils work. But again, for me, when I use them in a sympathetic way, I really reuse them to connect things over and over and over, like house protection spells.
And you're burning it literally because you've inscribed it into the candle. So when it burns, it's like released. That's how you're releasing it. And that's cool.
Yeah. Now the question becomes, what are the different ways to make sigils, which I think we talked about earlier, but let's see can we find anything?
How don't you make them? Let's see.
Sorry if you guys hear the wind. We'll try to get that to go away a little bit.
Sigil. Let's try this. Different.
There are some good websites that you can go to online, and they will actually apply your sigil and make it for you. It's really cool.
What am I doing?
I like the process of doing it. Like the process of making them, I think, is fun. Like getting out the paper and actually writing the square out is so much fun. But there are websites that you can use, and you can tell it what kind of sigil you want it to use. I'll see if I can find it and link it in the show notes. Because it's real simple and real quick to do, and it actually can teach you how to do it too. Like I said, I like making my own squares, the magic square method. It's just fun. Or another fun one is, and I think this is the first one on here, like my magic name Salann. You start with a big circle, to me, and then you make an S that kind of coincides with the circle. 2 stalks to make the A, because I like to use I'll use vowels in that. Then you make L's out of it, and you just use the letters to design an emblem.
And the letters are what you use to draw the shape. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So
I've never done that way.
I'm gonna make a sigil for my name, and then I want you to do one too.
Okay.
And then we'll make one for each individually. I'm gonna do mine. I am at peace.
Okay.
Because you don't say what you want, you say what you are, what it is. It's not I want peace or I need peace. It's I have peace. I am at peace. I have peace might be a little better. So we're gonna make one, and we're gonna do the first method, the letter method, and we'll show that here. So you'll do one too. You can do the same phrase if you want, but you'll do your name.
Be I'm grateful.
Grateful. Yeah, I like that. And then, so we'll show that. And then we're going to use the magic square to make one for the same thing, and then we'll show that right here. Just give them a little space. So we'll pause and show that.
All right.
So then you'll have some examples of the those two methods. I see a third method that I have not heard of.
What's this? The Witch's Wheel. A more visual geometric approach using a circular alphabet. As a grid, use a circular template with the alphabet arranged in a ring or a rose cross style. I'm gonna have to look that up. What is a rose cross style?
I don't know what a rose cross style is. If you guys know, comment it. Otherwise, we're gonna do a little insert and see if we can figure that out.
Tracing, starting with your reduced letter string, trace a continuous line from one letter to the next on the wheel. And the resulting connect the dot shape becomes your unique sigil.
Sounds very similar to the square, but maybe it's just laid out in circles. Now, automatic drawing, I've heard that before.
Tell me about this one.
Automatic drawing is like in a meditative state. You clear everything out, and then you start meditating on the sigil phrase, and you just eyes closed, and you just draw whatever comes to mind. and whenever it speaks to you at whatever point, and that can help you design your sigil. I'm not good at that kind of stuff because I'm too impatient, so I usually spin out before we get there.
So you let it go without overthinking the aesthetics.
You meditate first, right? You get yourself into that space, you do your grounding and all of that, and your breathing, and you get to that meditative state. And whenever you feel the desire to do it, you start the writing. You lift your pen, whenever you do whatever you feel right, and then eventually it says, in that area you will find your sigil or the extraction method. You have all that stuff, and then let's say you've scribbled over an entire 11 by 14 legal piece of paper. You can zone in on a section and just circle, okay, that's going to be it. That little circle of that thing, that's called the refinement and extraction.
Interesting. That would be fun.
I've never heard of that written that way, but that's cool. We're going to try a couple out and share them. Woo woo.
Woo woo.
It's a good topic.
And audio, this is audio and pictorial methods. It says mantras. Convert your reduced letter string into a chant by adding vowels back in to create a word that sounds pleasant but has no literal meaning. I love that.
Ooh, so Salann could become
Santi.
Lanas.
Lanas.
Lanasa.
Lanas.
Lanasa. 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 I like that.
Lanasa.
Ooh.
Pictorial symbols. Instead of letters, you could combine existing symbols or runes that represent your goal into a single bind rune.
It's rune. They missed the letter.
Or composite image. I like the mantra for me personally better. I want to try that.
Now the bind rune is neat because you can use. Be careful. Every time you hit the table, this is going to pick that up.
Oh, true.
As a thump and make it useless. I like using runes a lot because you can use runes. They are an alphabet, right? So you can spell out your name in the runic alphabet, and then you combine the runes together. That's not all that a bind rune is, but that is one step in one of the processes that you can use.
Nice.
So that's nice. I like that one.
We're going to do these and show some examples too that we will do.
Absolutely.
That'd be a lot of fun. Anything else on sigils? I think it's pretty...
So what else? What else could you use them for? Like I use them to connect things, like a wormhole. To me, that's one way to do it. We use them for protection, like house protection. The one that Dragon Alchemist made for us was awesome.
A spell or magic.
Spells,
manifest.
magic, sympathy, sympathetic magic, manifestation. What else? I feel like one thing that I used to do that I don't do anymore, it wasn't really sigils, but I used to leave my mark on things because I'm traveling so much. Like when I'm in DC, I remember when we were having all the issues and we were working with our group and we had people all over the place. I think I was in Michigan that week. Somebody was in DC. It was, what's his name? Blonde kid? Remember him? And Joy, we were all in the call together. We did a little ritual.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Theo?
Morgard or something. Mortarbrand.
Anyway.
I know who you're talking about.
And so I used a sigil then, and I left the sigil there. I have no idea where it is. What happened? Gordon. Yep, Gordon. And so I made a sigil for that to kind of connect Michigan as an energy center to go along with the energy. And I put it under the hotel in a mulch bed. And I'm sure by now it's gone, but I like doing that connection thing. Sigils to me are really about connecting in portals and bringing sympathetic magic and things together. All these different ideas.
Signature.
It's a
way to
signature,
sign leave your signature. Yeah.
What about you guys? What do you use for a sigil? Anything specific?
Sympathy Magic.
It's a good album. By whom?
Flow.
And
And Lachine.
Florence.
Florence and the Machine.
All right. Well, tell us what your thoughts are on sigils.
Let's
anything
do.
super special? Do you use them? Do you not use them? How do you make them? Do you like the idea of the audio and pictorial methods? I've never heard of an audio sigil. That's different. What are your thoughts on that?
That'd be cool though. And we're gonna make some.
Yep, we'll share those too. Well, by now in the video, you will have already seen them because they'll be in there. We're still working on getting that right. Anything else?
Anything else? I can't think of anything else.
Well, thanks for joining us for talking about this Ink, Ash, and Witchcraft episode. And we hope to have many, many more coming. We hope you enjoy them.
Many more.
And Shabbat and Shalom.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Ink, Ash, and Witchcraft. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and click on the bell so you know when we put out new content. If you saw something you'd like to know more about, send us a message or put it in the comments. If you have anything else you would like to know about that wasn't in the episode, put it in the comments. We read them all. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you in the next episode.